Panther people, what up? You can get a new sexy head coach, you can get a new quarterback, but at the end of the day, it's all about defense and running the ball. What's going on, Munch Panthers Post? Thanks for joining. I'm back. World Series is over. Not covering the Blue Jays anymore. I'm heartbroken. That's probably why I'm a little bit more subdued. But at the same time, got a little pick-me-up. Got a little boost of the juice to my thigh. The Panthers go to Lambeau Field, go against the Packers in those god-awful uniforms. They lost just from wearing what they were wearing, and went to Lambeau Field and won in a walk-off field goal, something my Blue Jays couldn't do, unfortunately. A walk-off field goal to win 16-3. They are now 5-4, the correct record. And now they're looking at their first win at Lambeau Field since 2008. Jake Delhomme wasn't in the radio booth. He was on the field. D'Angelo Williams had 4 touchdowns. Rico Dattle had 2, but you could have told me that he was new age D'Angelo Williams, the way that guy's been running. Just crazy stuff. Dude, the Panthers are 5-4 for the first time since 2019. That was, I think, the last win under the Ron Rivera era. They then lost 8 straight. He got fired, and we know we've been in tumultuous shit after that. But the Panthers showed that you can get a new offensive guru head coach. You know, I know he's in his second year. You can have a flashy point guard type quarterback, but at the end of the day, Carolina football has always been about defense, flipping the field, and a strong run game. Now, we don't have D'Angelo Williams and Jonathan Stewart in the backfield. We don't have Deshaun Foster and Stephen Davis in the backfield. But we have Rico Dattle and what is left right now of Chuba Hubbard. And I'm not even going to try to make you guys watch this video all the way deep and then mention him, but Rico Dattle is the guy. I mentioned that earlier in the earlier video this week, where we didn't know they're still going to be doing, running back by committee. Chuba Hubbard is in there after the calf injury, but Rico Dattle, when he got that time, when Chuba was on the sideline, he made it count. I think he had like 1,200-yard games. When we got brought in from the Cowboys, we were always talking about, we got 2 1,000-yard rushers. 2 1,000-yard rushers is going to be crazy. There's 1,000-yard rushing, and then there's 1,000-yard rushing. Rico Dattle, like, that's not like I'm starting every day 1,000. Like, he earns it. It is hard to bring that guy down. He's got immense burst. Chuba Hubbard's a good running back. That's why they paid him. Like, if he wasn't good, they would have let him go. Just hit the street, see ya. And he's a Canadian. Love him. But Rico Dattle is different gravy, as my friends in the UK would say. Even Greg Olson, who we were privileged enough to have him calling the game, said he just hits the holes different. That's what he said. His get off is different. He's a different runner. He's not patient. Like, he's quick. Like, he's quick to react to the holes that he's been given. And he's decisive, he's strong, and almost never gets down with the first tackler. Chuba Hubbard, that's always been his thing. That he's a patient runner, but when he gets the holes, he'll go through it, no doubt. He's not a bad running back at all. I'm not saying that, but he routinely gets hit by the first tackler and goes down. Rico Dattle is not that, and for some reason, they always take photos of Chuba Hubbard on the jugs machine before each game, like 2 hours before games, and then 2 hours after practice. But when it comes out of the backfield catching the ball, Rico Dattle is just a natural. We saw it against Dallas. We saw it again today. He bailed out Bryce Young a couple times out of the backfield, catching the ball, like literally like overextending, looking like Tetro McMillan, and catching the ball and making moves afterwards. And he's just a different back. He is a better back than Chuba Hubbard. And to have them both on the same team is awesome. I do not think, as in my last video, I don't think you even entertain any trades for Chuba Hubbard because this game is football. It's a collision sport. They play friggin' running back. Guys are going to get injured. Rico Dattle, run up to the wheels fall off. Hopefully that's in a wild card spot. Hey, we're still in the hunt. I'm going to talk about next week because there's a chance the Panthers go 2 games up right now. But Rico is he just offers something different. Like he at any given moment, he can bust a move at 29 yards. He can bust a move for 40 yards. He's a game changer. You don't want to tackle him in the first quarter. You don't want to tackle him in the second quarter. He didn't have 4 touchdowns, had 2, but we got ourselves a 2-headed monster. One is like a dragon, and the other one is like a tiger. Both you don't want to mess with, but the dragon's going to do most of the work, and any stragglers out there on the battlefield, the tiger will do that. That's Chuba Hubbard. But yeah, Rico Dattle's awesome. Absolutely awesome. He deserves the Angry Run Award. 130 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns against the Packers. I think Micah Parsons was playing, right? I think he was playing. But the Panthers did what old school Panthers teams did. They ran the ball down their throat when they had to. They threw when they had to. But, the Packers defense had no answer. And this is against the Panthers offensive line that didn't have Cade Mays, didn't have Robert Hunt, didn't have Taylor Moton. You had guys coming off the practice squad. You had backup dudes. You had Chandler Zavala for a cup of coffee, and then he hurt his elbow. Like, I feel bad for that guy. He can't stay healthy. But that says something even more about Rico Dattle. Like, this is not even the best offensive line combination we have, and he's getting 130 yards rushing on the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau Field. Did I say that? Lambeau Field? So just ridiculous stuff. He helped propel this team to this win. Bryce Young didn't have to be a truck. He was a trailer, and I think it's happy that he was doing that, especially coming off that high ankle sprain. Keep him healthy. I thought he and Tetra McMillan, even though Tetra McMillan dropped a wide open pass that would have gotten him another touchdown of the year, you know, they had a lot of trust in each other. I did like what I saw out of Bryce climbing up the pocket instead of going around. He is throwing the ball better. He did find Xavier Leggett as well. They used Jimmy Horn on a sweep run as well. I think that was good. Didn't use him enough, but I don't think they really had to get fancy. They were just, playing run the football 3 yards in a cloud of dust. That's exactly what they were doing. I mean, they were inspired by whatever that was with the Packers and their uniform. I also got to say, those uniforms are hideous, but what made it even weirder was when guys were wearing the extra layer of protection on their helmet, and it actually looked like they're wearing a leather helmet, and the extra protection looked like the old helmet as well. I had to do a double take. I'm like, wait a second, is that a helmet on a helmet that looks like a leather helmet? Just because of that, you guys deserve the L. Anyways, also got to give a shout out to Jarrett Rivera. Like, that guy, he's coaching his team. He's got the personnel to run his defense, and they're doing it great. Morig getting his first interception. It was a lob from Jordan Love, mind you, on his birthday. So he was giving away presents all day long. He should have had two. Mike Jack should have picked it off in the end zone, but it was fourth down. It was okay. But who knows? He probably could have taken that to the house. It looked like he had nothing but green in front of him. But Morig picked that one off. Nice running after the pick. Flipping the field. Love to see that. Putting the Panthers in the right position to get Rico Dattle his second touchdown of the game. That's good to see. Turk Wharton, he got a sack. He looked fired up. It's good to see him all healthy. And I also got to say, Nick Scorton didn't have a sack, but his get off and getting through the offensive line, he was doing it with speed. He was doing it with power. He really jumped out to me. Like, I was watching the game. I was like, whoa, 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 who's that? It was number 11. I'm like, dang, I didn't know we got Micah Parsons. Oh, no, I know. That's Nick Scorton. And he's a rookie, and he's doing great. Micah Parsons, the only time I saw him is when he was getting blocked from Ike Ekwonu, who's healthy, doing his job, doing great stuff. I was very impressed by that. I actually thought Micah Parsons was injured. I was like, oh, that's probably why we're running wild. No, he was there. But no, the Panthers defense came to play. I think they're running back at only 86 yards rushing. And so they continue to stop the run. Derek Brown is still a menace. J.C. Horn he's going to be another Pro Bowl. I think he's got 5 interceptions thus far, 4 or 5 interceptions already. And he was all over the place in the run defense as well, just coming out of nowhere, cleaning up tackles when he was the last line defense. If Nick Scott either missed it or Christian Rosebrough missed it, friggin' J.C. Horn, all-star, all-pro corner, tackling running backs in the backfield. Just amazing stuff out of him. But I thought this was great. This is a move this is after that loss to the Bills, if you want to count that as a real game. It was Andy Dalton with a broken thumb. I don't even know if you want to count that loss. But the Panthers 5-4, they now go home, where before that Bills game, they were undefeated. They were defending the bank, for gosh sakes. And they're going to welcome the Saints. They could be 6-4 a week from now. You can't count anybody out because this is a division game. Division games are weird. And as I mentioned in the earlier video, the Packers lost to the Browns before this, and they are also the one of 2 teams in the league that have a tie. So the NFL is weird. It could get weird next week, but maybe we have a breakout Bryce Young game. He's feeling good. Another week, with the ones, his ankle's feeling better. Rico Dattle feeling secure in his number 1 spot. Chuba Hubbard maybe a little angry, maybe wants to prove people a little bit wrong. If the defense comes out to play, you got Spencer Rattler, I think, still playing. I haven't really kept in touch with the Saints because I don't want to waste my time. But if it is Spencer Rattler, the defense kind of coming into form. Guys are getting healthy. And, hey, also, the NFL trade deadline is November 4th. Maybe they add some pieces. I'm not saying you should sell the farm for anybody, like another pass rusher or another corner or safety or anything like that. But if they pick someone who can contribute, I think that could be pretty entertaining. And the defense kind of humming right now. Rico Dattle is an absolute menace. And Bryce Young just sitting back. He can take the week to get in the playbook, study that Saints defense the way we know he can study, and just get out there and just lay it out. And Tetra McMillan against any of their corners, I'll take it. I'll take it all friggin' day. He loves playing Bank of America Stadium. Now, don't count him just for 1, count him for 2 touchdowns against the Saints. So, yeah, that's an early preview on the game. I'm feeling good about the Panthers right now. You should feel good about the Panthers right now. Forget the Bills loss. We're moving on. That wasn't the Panthers. This is the Panthers. They're playing dirty, old school football, and they're going to have to do that against the Saints as well. But I could also see Bryce opening it up, finding T-Mac, finding Xavier Leggett. Jalen Coker hasn't had a signature game yet. I know he's still coming back from a quad injury, but I could see him coming alive as well. Just, again, another week. He's been playing out there. He's been contributing in his own ways, but he's going to come out there and do his thing and get healthy. But you can't help me feeling a little bit enthused. Like, I was in the dumps like 12 hours ago, and I was thinking, oh, the Panthers in Lambeau Field. I don't even know if I'm ready to watch this. And I was. I watched it, getting texts from my Canadian Panther fans. I'm like, hell, I might just organize a watch party with them. That's how good I'm feeling. Also, if you guys are watching this for the first time, I'm not wearing it right now because it's kind of chilly. Queen and Cotton, the best freaking gear. Someone messaged me in the comments below. They got their 10% off. Use the promo code POST, POST10, the description. Click it. The link to the store is there. It's in North Davidson. If you want to go in person, I guess if you want to use a promo code in person, you just tell them post 10 and you get 10% off. Sweet merch. Good for the gym. You look absolutely friggin' dieseled in their shirts. I put it in the wash. Doesn't shrink. And also, if you're in North Davidson and you get the shirt, they're a bit long, not going to lie. You can either tuck it in or crop it. Cropping's all the rage these days. I'm not talking crop like Ray Lewis in Miami crop. I'm just saying crop to like your belt line or something like that. They'll do it for free. So Queen Cotton, North Davidson, small business, that's what I'm all about. They're doing great work, great designs, original designs. The shirts feel good. They look good. Give them a shout. And also, shout out to you guys with patience with me while I was covering the World Series, ALCS, ALDS. I'm back here, 2 videos a week, not going anywhere. Panthers till I die. Let's go. Like, subscribe, spread the word. See you midweek.